Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. Humza Yousaf is panicking. At the time I'm recording this, it's 7:45, but he's called an emergency meeting for 8:30, which, by the time this is released, will have started. He has got to go into a room full of his colleagues, many of whom are angry or upset, or just sheer worn down by the effort of it all. And they all want the Bute House agreement to end. They want it cancelled. He's read the mood of the room, and he's got to go in and convince these people that the Greens are worth their weight in gold. But that same weight could equally be the weight in shit, and that's exactly what they are. They're a bunch of Marxist, degenerate extremists with very strange views on children. He has tied himself so closely to them, it's not going to be easy for him to walk away from the Bute House agreement, but I think everyone in the party now is going to try and convince him that he must grow a pair, fire them, get rid of them, and become a minority government for the next 2 years. It's the only thing they think that's going to save half their jobs. It'd also be better for the country, to be honest. But he probably doesn't have the cojones to do it. He's scared of what people will think of him if he changes his mind about the Greens, and his own, I suppose, egotistical narcissism will probably make him fight to the bitter end. Whether he emerges from that party unscathed and still in a leadership role remains to be seen, but we will watch it. Let's take a look at this article, see what is going on. So, Humza Yousaf to stage rushed cabinet meeting at 8:30am amid pressure to ditch Greens. Now, he will be absolutely fuming that so many people are standing against his view. His view is that we need the Greens, we need the Greens, we need the Greens. And the reason he's saying that is that he is very lazy. He cannot be bothered to run a minority government, where he's now reliant on the other parties agreeing to what his proposals are. Although he shouldn't be worried. It seems the Labour Party agreed to just about everything he's saying, which is very weird. And if that's the case, where's the opposition? Of course, the big test will be future votes. He will continue to lose a lot of them. Not all, as I say. The Labour Party will join them. But if he loses significant ones, it will force an election early. And deep down, Labour want that, of course, because they know, bang, they can get an early Holyrood election. They're likely to do very well indeed. Thank you very much. Anyway, it's highly unusual for a cabinet meeting to take place on a Thursday. And a source refused to say if the deal with the Scottish Greens is on the agenda. But I think we can infer it absolutely is. First Minister Humza Yousaf will stage a rushed, panic-strewn meeting of his cabinet 8:30 this morning, amid pressure on him to ditch the Greens from government, and with them their strange views. They are mad extremists, and given how few votes they had, they have an extraordinary amount of power, more than SNP members indeed, because Humza Yousaf says we can do nothing that upsets them. So policies which SNP members like will not be put forward in case the Greens get a bit upset about it. What a weak, vacillating, useless leader they truly have. The insider said the meeting was nothing to do with Operation Branchform, as this was a police investigation into the SNP finances. The Greens will next month hold an internal party vote on an agreement with the SNP that was signed in 2021. Now, it may be that they won't be needing that vote. Depends on what comes out of this meeting, doesn't it? But a growing number of SNP, MSPs and MPs want Yousaf to axe the deal before the Greens walk away. Yeah, I mean, if they're threatening this, you do not go in under fear of... what's the word? Ultimatum, put it that way. Yeah, when anyone presents you with an ultimatum, you cannot be weak. You must immediately negate that ultimatum. Say, what's this? I want a pay rise or I quit. And you immediately go, right, quit. You don't give in to ultimata. And that's effectively what this is. And everyone in business knows this. Anyone who's done any kind of management knows you never succumb to ultimatums. You call their bluff. And Humza should do that. He won't. You know? Nothing down the front. Kendall won't do it. Anyway, veteran nationalist Christine Graham is the latest senior figure to call for the end to the deal. And they did a short on that yesterday evening. SNP figures believe the Scottish Green Party vote is a huge distraction for the government at a time when Yousaf needs momentum. Or euthanising. This is a breaking news story. There'll be more to follow. We'll bring you updates, pictures and video as it happens, blah, 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 blah. So it is. I mean, this is quite literally the first thing this morning. It was basically the first big story of the day. It was updated at 7:22, and I'm recording at 7:45. That's how much, or how new this story is. It's absolutely breaking news. Now, what is Humza to do? What can he do? He has to walk into this room and convince these people to change their mind over what will be a very deeply held belief that it needs to break. They're sitting there looking at the polls, most of them knowing that they're going to lose their job. Everyone in London at Westminster deeply, deeply concerned. They're looking at an absolute, drubbing. Over half their seats gone, possibly down to single figures with a bit of tactical voting, people. Pay attention, tactical vote, get them out. And they're seeing this alignment with the Greens as the big cause. People see what's going on. They see the extremism of the Greens, and they're seeing a useless, weak leader agreeing to push everything the Greens are saying. The Greens are sitting there going, I can't believe our luck. I can't believe this man is so, weak. We could say, lower the age of consent to 12 and he'd probably go with it. And some of them in the Greens would like that. But that's how weak he is. And it's how bad it is. It's never good for a country to have a weak leader. Now, whether you like the direction of travel or not, at least with a strong leader, you feel you're going somewhere. With this idiot, you're just going around in circles before sinking down the plug hole, aren't you? And that's what he's done. Anyway, be an interesting meeting. We'll see if anything comes out of it. I'm sure there'll be leaks. You can guarantee there'll be leaks after it. And we'll keep this story in mind all day, so I'll keep an eye on it. And I'm going to round off, come up, and we'll finish the video. Right, so as I say, it's a big story. It's a new story. It will undoubtedly change over time. That meeting's at 8:30. As I say, I'm recording. It's just before 8 o'clock now. So it'll start in half an hour. As far as I'm concerned, it starts in half an hour. If I get any more, I will just do even just shorts and interlace them through the day as far as I can. Keep an eye out for it. Definitely hit the subscribe button. Please do hit the subscribe button. We are growing fast, and it's helping. By you subscribing, absolutely pushes messages like these out. More and more people get to see the truth. More and more people get to peel back the facade on the SNP and all parties. Let's face it, they're all pretty awful deep down, aren't they? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Take care, stay safe, and I will speak to you later. Bye.